6:48. This is your morning in 8 minutes. Today should have been the first day of summer break for the 19 children and 2 teachers of Robb Elementary School killed by a gunman on Tuesday.
Investigators still searching for a motive. Officials have struggled to clearly lay out the shooter's movements and what actions were taken by law enforcement in the 90 minutes he was at the school. CBS News has learned it took an hour before an elite Border Patrol unit entered the classroom and killed the shooter. This 9-year-old boy hid from the gunman under a covered table, waiting silently for help.
The cop said, "Help if you need help." One of the persons in my class said, "Help." The guy overheard and he came in and shot her. And then the cops barged into that classroom, and the guy shot the cops, and the cops just started shooting.
For one family, the tragedy has only gotten worse. The husband of teacher Irma Garcia, who was killed Tuesday, died of a heart attack. His family says he died of a broken heart. The couple were high school sweethearts. They leave behind 4 children. President Biden and the First Lady will visit Uvalde on Sunday.
Around East Tennessee, one person is recovering this morning after being shot on Old Weisgarber Road.
Police now looking for those responsible. It happened overnight on Wednesday. Investigators tell us the victim and a witness were riding motorized skateboards on Old Weisgarber when a car pulled up. One person was shot in what police say is a possible attempted robbery. The victim was taken to UT Medical Center and is expected to be okay. If you know anything at all about what happened, please contact Crime Stoppers. We have that number for you on the WVLT News app.
A driver is facing a citation after leaving the scene of this crash early yesterday. This happened on Broadway at Buchanan. The driver was later found after the crash and was treated at the hospital for minor injuries. And everyone is okay after a kitchen inside an apartment goes up in flames. This happened around lunchtime at the Western Heights apartment complex. Fire crews tell us it started when cooking food was left unattended on a stovetop. No one was home at the time of the fire. An elderly woman with dementia went days without critical medicine. Newport police say a fake nurse tricked her way into the home to steal the prescription pills.
A police report shows pain pills were replaced with Tylenol and antipsychotic medication not prescribed to the patient. The family tells us around April 13th, Smoky Mountain Home Health and Hospice called, warning them to check caretakers' IDs when they visit. Only it was 2 hours too late. The fake nurse in question had already left. It wasn't until a few days went by until the family's own nurse noticed the swap. The hospice group telling investigators there was no record of a real nurse visiting the home on the 13th when that strange woman was there. So far, no suspects in the case.
New details this morning. A Knoxville man will spend the next 25 years behind bars after being convicted of raping a woman.
The incident happened back in August of 2019. Prosecutors say David Lindell Cochran raped his co-worker after she got too intoxicated at a work-related party. Cochran was a cook at Perro's restaurant at the time, and the woman was a server. Investigators say the rape happened at a motel off Emory Road. Cochran is sentenced to 25 years behind bars without parole.
And new this morning, Sevier County Canine Deputy Jonathan Dodd is still recovering after a crash over the weekend. Dodd received a special visit in the hospital yesterday. His canine partner, Toro, paid him a visit. The Sevier County Canine Unit says Toro was super excited to be reunited with his dad. Toro was in the vehicle at the time of the crash. We're told Deputy Dodd is making good improvements in his recovery. Meanwhile, the Sevier County Animal Shelter is dealing with multiple issues this morning. Not only is it dealing with overcrowding due to several animal hoarding cases the past few weeks, now the center is closed to the public due to an outbreak of parvovirus. The shelter will be closed until Tuesday, though right now you can make an appointment as more animals are cleared thanks to testing. We have their phone number in the WVLT News app.
And around the nation, the world is remembering actor Ray Liotta. He died yesterday at a hotel in the Dominican Republic. Paramedics were called to the scene about 6 a.m. and tried to revive the actor with CPR, but could not. His cause of death has not been released. Liotta is most known for his role in the movie Goodfellas and Field of Dreams. He was 67 years old. Meanwhile, closing arguments start this morning for the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard defamation trial. Both sides resting their cases after more than 100 hours of testimony over the past 6 weeks. Depp is suing Heard over a 2018 op-ed she wrote in the Washington Post about domestic abuse. Jury deliberations could start as early as this afternoon. And WVLT, proud to be your official station of the Vols, the top ranked. And a traffic alert if you're headed out today for the weekend. Good news, construction not going to slow you down.
Starting at noon, TDOT is suspending all temporary construction-related closures. The department says this should help with congestion and delays throughout the state on those major highways. Officials did say, though, you still might encounter lane closures or restrictions while driving through those long-term projects in place. Speed limits will still be in effect this weekend through construction zones. Those who are caught speeding could face a fine of up to $500. And with that, we want to get a look at your first alert. Traffic crews are clearing a multi-vehicle crash right near I-40 westbound near Hall of Fame Drive. This is as you're heading onto James White Parkway in the area. Traffic was stopped in all lanes. They got all those back open. Looks like we still do have some flashing lights as you're getting by, but no delays as you're getting out the door on this Friday morning. Your commute is on time. All those interstates and main roads looking good.
Your first alert forecast with Chief Meteorologist Heather Haley.
5 minutes to 7 now with that scattered line of rain and isolated rumbles of thunder still to move through. Right now it's on the plateau. It's moving east. So here's an updated look at that rainfall potential. A few hundredths to a tenth of an inch again for most of East Tennessee, and an isolated quarter to a half still has to move through Campbell to Bell County to Harlan County. Again, that's in addition to what is happening right now on the plateau. And then you can see an isolated quarter of an inch going up into the mountains. So that's where that line of rain is sitting now between Crossville and Oneida, and at that northeasterly angle it's taking, it'll gradually cut across our area over the next several hours into the early afternoon even. Sitting with more sunshine in 64 Knoxville, 59 in Morristown. This is giving us an area of fog on the other side, so a little limited visibility in that rain on the plateau. Dense fog right now, Harlan to Lee to Hancock and Hawkins counties. Did just get a message from a viewer on our Twitter account as well confirming that fog there in Hancock County. So as you get out the door this morning with blue sky and some passing clouds, a nice light breeze, just don't let that trick you into thinking that's the story for the day. In Knoxville, that's what it looks like now. We still have that line of scattered rain and storms to move through, so an umbrella handy kind of day. It'll be 70 at noon with a cooler afternoon at 75 with the passage of this front, but also a breezier day with those gusts around 25 miles per hour. At least the humidity takes a small dip. We're kind of riding this pleasant to humid line going into your weekend, and then it goes back up with more heat going into your weekend as well. Sunday and Monday both are looking like our warmer days, absolutely. And for all those important outdoor ceremonies for Memorial Day, keep in mind it's a warm morning but a hot afternoon. Take the water, have the sunscreen ready. It'll already be 80 at noon on Monday with a high of 87, and then we're aimed at least 90 degrees starting a Tuesday of next week. So obviously plenty of heat returns after this cold front. We'll be tracking that line of rain for you coming up on the CW in case you missed it earlier.
And nice not to see the line of rain continuing throughout the rest of the week
we
like
got
we
it
saw
for
earlier.
today.
Just for today. It is 6:56. We're headed over to WBXX. We're going to leave you with a live look from the East Tennessee State Veterans Cemetery in Knoxville as we head into Memorial Day weekend.